name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I am a national expert in resolution matters. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff. If you go to my website at 777irs.com, I've been on the national news many times. Like I said, I am a national expert. Been on Fox, Newsmax, News Nation, ABC, NBC, and all the stations. We've been doing this a long time. Our former agents have over 250 years of direct IRS work experience. I just want to talk to you today about the tax examination process. You hear this from a lot of people, but you really don't know the inside scoop, and that's what I want to go ahead and talk to you today about. As a former IRS agent, most people do not know what the basic examination process is. So you're hearing this from inside. That's why people use this. We know what's going on. IRS has an algorithm, and they use what's called a DIF score, a discriminatory index function score. And with that, the computer scans everyone's tax return, and they go ahead and they pull suspect returns that aren't falling within the national average. They batch those and they send those down. Most people don't know this. They send many of those down, the bigger ones especially, to the local office where they have people grade returns and flag them for low-hanging fruit, and then they send them back to the service center. So the service center, they have the computer, and now they have the agent scan those returns and then with eyeballs and send them back and say, these are the ones that we think are really good. Then from there, the service center knows how many cases to send down to a local office, how many people there are, how many hours it requires, so they manage the inventory that way. And then at that point, your return is sent down to the local office. From there, the agent working the case will send you generally a letter, and they'll tell you the things they're looking for. What are those things they're looking for? It's the thing the computer came up with and says, hey, these things are really suspect. And then from there, you will deal with the local IRS agent who's working your case. There's such a thing as math errors, mail correspondence. So I'm talking about office audits and revenue agent audits. That's how they work. Now, when they look at yours, they send an initial letter, and then they decide whether they want to do a deeper dive or not. IRS is looking to expand audits as much as they can if they know there has low-hanging fruit. If they see you're fairly good, they'll close the audit. But if they see there's a bunch of stuff there, boom, they put their mask on, they go diving, and you can go back 3 years, it becomes a mess. Just want to let you know, if you use former IRS agents, we know the system. Generally, we can kind of stop all this stuff whenever it occurs. Generally, not saying all the time. Anyway, that is the examination process. You've never heard this before because not many people know it. If you need me, we're around. Give me a subscription. You've heard the truth today.